know what that is. Might be a half dime. I don't think that's what that is. Oh yeah, it's a seeded. Alright guys, something big and round in this hole. Right there. Let's see what it is. Oh, no doubt. It's a cut real. Oh man, that's awesome. I can't believe it. Oh, it's the third piece out here today. Alright, that's awesome. I'm gonna keep going. Alright guys, I'm back out at the plantation today. I was out here for a little while yesterday. But anyway, this might be one of my last videos out here for a while. Hunting season starts on the 15th of August. And after that, it's a long season. It runs through January, part of January. So I really need to stay away from here until then. I'm sure I'll hunt some other sites. But anyway, I went down into the 1800 sites that I was hunting. They disc down there and they planted beans to track the deer. But it's been so much rain, the top layer of soil is washed away between the beans. This is what I was finding out there. It's a bunch of pottery, black glass, this pink piece of glass. I even found a piece of copper. So I'm sure they pulled up some more, hopefully some more buttons, coins, things like that. I'm not sure how deep they disked, but anyway, it's a hopeful sign. It shows that it pulls those artifacts back up to the surface, and then rain, you can eyeball a bunch of stuff like that. So anyway, alright, well I'm going to find a spot out here today, and I'll show you if I find anything at the first find. Alright guys, I came back on the edge of the one of the peanut fields, and actually down that way in those woods is where we were finding some stuff. But there's something right here. It might just be a modern coin or something. I'm not sure. Yep, just a penny. Alright, but I'm going to run down the edges and back around that way. See if I find anything. Alright guys, not a ton of old signals. I got some aluminum, but I picked up a bunch of old pottery. Finally, something down here, and it's really small. I don't know if it's a rivet or a cuff button, but it's right there. Yep, looks like a piece of a rivet. Saddle rivet or something like that. Alright, I'll keep looking. Like I said, I picked up a great big old piece of pottery right over there. So there's definitely some old stuff in this field. It just may be out there where the peanuts are planted, which will be a while before I can get out there. See guys, there's a piece of pottery right there. That's the first piece with any glazing on it that I found. Oh, that's a pretty neat little piece there. The others have just been solid white, just like plain plates or something. Alright guys, I was getting a deep signal, and this right here looks like a big coat button. Yep, there's the shank on the back of it. It's been plowed pretty good, but it's a big coat button. Look at that. I don't see any design on it. Alright, that's a good find though. I guess they call that a dandy button. Alright guys, this was a real scratchy signal, but there's something here. See it right there? That's a flat button. Oh yeah, it looks like it was had silver gilting on it one time. Alright, that's a good find. Alright guys, there's something right there. It's very old. Excuse me. Like a piece of something. Decorative, a buckle or something, I'm not sure. Alright, right there on top of the crown is one of those little tack heads. Man, that was close. I thought I left the pinpointer in the car, but I dropped it at my first find when I got done with lunch. Alright guys, the sun's up and it's hot in the field, so I've come back in the edge of the woods. Or actually, in the woods. And I think there's a button or a coin right down there in that hole. It was, I don't know, Only about 6 or 7 inches deep, but it's right there. Yeah, it looks like some kind of button. Shank's missing off the back. Alright, right there in that hole looks like a bucking ball. It's a little bit big for buckshot. Alright guys, right there in that hole looks like another button or something right here. Oh yeah, a little pewter button. Maybe a tomback. Oh yeah, that's what that is. It's got the shank on it too, a little tomback button. That's an old button. Look guys, I don't know if you can see it. Found a well. Which means there had to have been a house site right in here. And the field we were hunting is over there where all that pottery and stuff is. So, I haven't gotten close to it yet, but I'm gonna kind of go over there and look, see how deep it is. Wow guys, look at that. Oh, there's a frog in there. A couple of frogs. Huh. Oh, that's pretty cool. There had to have been a house. The field's right there. There's no telling where the house was. So, that's pretty neat. I haven't found a well out here before. And this is quite a bit of ways away from the two-story house. So, those are old handmade bricks. Well guys, the wells over there, there's a couple indentions, but they don't have cellar holes in this area. So I'm not sure what that is exactly. But over there's the marsh, so it slopes up towards the field. So I would assume that if there was a house, the house was more that way. So far I don't see any foundation bricks or anything. I'm gonna keep looking. This old plantation hoe was right on top of the ground. Alright guys, the old well's up that way. I came down to the water's edge hoping for a bottle dump, but you can see there's oysters dumped in here where they've been eaten. And I got a signal. I think it's a flat button. Yep, flat button right in there with those oysters. Alright guys, you can see how marshy it is up in here. I don't think I have to worry about any alligators, but I'll keep my eye out. There's no real fresh water right here. The only one would be one passing by, and there's no water in there right now. So anyway, I just found some more pottery. Right there, look at that little feather edge. And a piece right here. Yep, another piece of it. And this rock, this shouldn't be here. These rocks aren't native to this area, so that's interesting. This little piece of quartz. Alright guys, another good signal. I'm still right. I found that feather edge over there. That button right there. And there's another something round right there. Oh, that's a coin. That's an Indian head. Haha. Alright, cool. I'm pretty sure it's an Indian head. Alright guys, I'm pretty sure that's an Indian head penny. And it's pretty toasty on that side. I can see the Indian on that side, I think. And that's what I thought it was when I first dug it up. It's in pretty bad shape. That side you can see the shield on there somewhere in the 1 cent. So anyway, I'll see if I can clean it up any. Alright guys, I escaped the woods right through there, the well's right through there. And it comes out into the peanut field. And this is where I was finding flat buttons and all the pottery earlier. Little blue pieces of pottery, all kinds of white pottery. So there was a house probably right here in this field. And you can see how it's nice and level, and of course this is because they plant, but if you look, it dips that way to another marshy area in those woods. So this has been a perfect place for a house, because that dips down towards the marsh down that way too. So alright, that's pretty cool. Maybe it's the one that was burnt during the Civil War. Alright guys, I'm done hunting and I'm just walking around now looking. I haven't seen any pottery shards way over here. Way over in that corner is where the well is. And the pottery shards. But actually one field over. But anyway, this is probably my last hunt out here for a while, till January. Maybe I can squeeze one more in, but I'm not sure. If I can, I will. And I appreciate you guys watching my videos. I'm sure I'll hunt some other places. So I'm sure I'll see you at my next hunt. Alright guys, wrap up of this hunt. Probably the best thing about this hunt was finding that well. That gives me some idea where the old house is. But I was picking up a lot of pottery out there, not only in the other 1800 site, which is actually just on the other side of where the woods where this well is, and on this side where we've been finding the old buttons and stuff. Definitely some of the stuff dates from the 1700s. So this is some of the pottery. Most of it was just white, but there is some redware in here. There's some of those big thick jugs that you see. There's some painted pieces, blue with a piece of a flower on it. Some striped pieces. Some old black glass with a thickness probably 1700s, late 1700s. Some newer black glass is thinner, more like a beer bottle from the mid 1500s, mid 1800s. Big thick piece of glass. I thought this was modern at first, but it's got bubbles in it and it's kind of got a pink tinge to it. This is a piece of green feather edge. They call it feather edge because of the edge of it right here. This is actually a piece of the same platter, and I'll show you a picture of the platter. It dates from 1790 to the early 1800s. Piece of quartz out there, did a little research. This was used with a piece of steel to strike some sparks to light a fire, and you can actually see where it's been struck on the end, and that's actually the black is charring from where the fire lit. So that's why that was out there. This is definitely not native to South Carolina. You can see it on this end too where it was struck. The metallic targets and stuff were over here. Well, some of them. Got some of this blue pottery here that I was picking up. Now this is a piece of porcelain here. There's 3 pieces of porcelain. Just wish the pattern was a little bigger so I can identify it. And then these are pieces of ceramics with the blue on it. This was found, just picked up off the surface. Tack head, furniture tack head with the shank broken off the back of it. Some pieces of buckshot. Or buck and ball load, I guess if you want to call it. That's got to be what it is because it's got that old patina on there. Piece of what I think is a piece of a buckle or something, an old buckle. Not sure. It's just got a good shape to it. Interesting. That dark black patina on it. I think this is a rosette. I'm not quite sure. It's kind of big. It's got a little bit of a design on there. Got this button here, the shank's missing off the back of it. It's kind of scalloped on the back, plain on the front. This button still has some of the silver gilt on it. Has a back mark. If I can get a picture, I'll show you. This is a 1959 memorial. So 1 year from a wheat penny. There's another flat button. This one says extra strong on the back of it. Has the shank. It's always good to find them with the shank. This is a pewter button. You can tell how it's turned on the back. It's also a tom back button. You can see the mound in the back where it was mounded up, and then the shank is down inside, set down inside there. So that's a neat find. This is actually a piece of pewter, and I found a button like this before, and that side's plain, but on this side, I don't know if you can see it or not, or if I'll even be able to get a picture of it. It's got the design of petals to a flower, and I found a pewter button like that before down in the Colonial site, so too bad that's broken up, and it's coming apart. They kind of disintegrate like that. And then this right here is a 1901 Indian head penny. It's in bad shape. It was in the salt area, so it's been eat up pretty good. I'll show you a picture of it. So that's it. Like I said, the best part of this find is finding that well. It gives me some idea where the house is, and I'll get back there in January when they've got those peanuts gone, and I can get in that field and scout around and see if I can find a bunch of nails and stuff, and see if I can identify where the house site is. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this hunt, and I will see you at the next hunt.